We're going to do something fantastic, and over the next 2 weeks, we're going to talk about how to fill your group with ideal potential clients and customers. So, a lot of times, what happens is people find that they're filling up their group, but that their group is filled up with members that maybe even engage or happy to be there, but they're not actually potential clients or customers. So it's kind of pointless. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through step by step over the next 2 weeks of exactly what you need to do to grow your group and to fill it with those potential customers and clients and turn them into actual clients and make your group profitable. So, the very first step to this whole process is something that people usually skip. And the step that they usually skip is right here, which is making a list of all the Facebook groups where your ideal clients and customers are hanging out. I think the reason that a lot of people skip this step is because they haven't taken the time to actually identify who they're serving and how they're serving them. So, in order to successfully find all the groups, where you're going to get potential clients and customers, you need to know who do you serve and how do you serve them. Okay. Once you've done that, then you can get rolling and you could actually make this list of the Facebook groups where those people are hanging out. Now, I want to show you guys the list that I made for myself here. This is pretty cool. What I've done is I have a spreadsheet here with the valuable communities, keywords, and then topics. And what I do is I take the name of the community and the URL so that I have all these here for reference, pardon me. And I include communities where my perfect ideal client is hanging out. I do that with both free groups and with paid groups. So if you look down my list here, you'll see that some of these groups are actually free communities, but then there are a good portion that are paid too, like this webinar mastermind, that's a paid community. Digital millionaire coaching, those are paid communities. This Igniting Your Souls, that's actually a paid community for authors. So what I found is that one of the best ways to call out some of your potential clients and customers is actually from other paid communities that you're part of. That's where you're going to get the hottest leads, really. And also groups that are exclusive, like this, Certified Managers Group for Facebook, FCLL. These are all certified Facebook partners. So this is a really good resource. This Integrative Nutrition Alumni, this is, a paid university. So any groups that you're part of where the members have already purchased something and are in there for learning, they've basically, put their wallet on the line and showed that there's someone who's willing to pay for helpful information and are interested in learning. So, that's a great way to pre-qualify. And what I like to do with my list is make the actual paid and exclusive communities the priority. But you'll also find too that you have other communities that are free that are just as good, like Steven's Science of Selling group. That's pretty great. And this other health coach group is chock full of my ideal customers and clients. So step one of what I want you to do is I want you to actually create yourself a spreadsheet with the names and URLs of all the groups where you've seen your potential customers and clients hanging out, asking questions and looking for answers on how to achieve their goal. So you're going to create that list, and that's your homework for for day one here, because over the next 2 weeks, we're actually going to be going through all the steps of how to fill your group, with these potential customers. And your list has to be on point. These need to be the real places that your actual ideal clients are hanging out. So if you don't know what these groups are, then your homework is to go and find these groups. I have a feeling that you're probably already hanging out in a lot of these places. So you'll go through the places that you personally hang out and ask questions. You'll go through your list of all the paid communities that you're part of to see, if your ideal customers and clients are hanging out there too. If you're starting fresh and you're a person that has no clue what these groups might be, what you're going to do is you're going to use this Facebook search to search all of Facebook for keywords related to your niche and your offer. And that'll help you start bringing up some groups. So let me just test it here and see what I come up with. Let's see. All right, so when you search, you'll want to click groups down on the left-hand side there, and it'll go through a list of groups. Actually, see, this is one that I'm part of, and I don't even think I had that on my list. So I think I'll want to add that one too, because that's a valuable place that other group owners are hanging out. So you'll search your terms, click on groups, and then you should get a pretty good list, and just keep searching various terms related to your niche and your offer until you start finding those groups, and you can make a list. From there, what you're going to do is you're actually going to go through each group one by one. I don't even know why I can't talk. I'm going to blame it on not having coffee because I haven't had my coffee. I put it on and I forgot to grab a cup before I started to do this. Okay. So what you'll do is once you've created that list of all those prime communities that are both free, paid, and exclusive, and you could even one-up me here. I've kind of got mine separated with some highlights here on, paid communities that are ideal. Some of those are highlighted, but you could separate them out into 3 categories. You could do, paid, free, and exclusive, and separate them that way. All right. So once you've done that, what you'll do is you'll go ahead and you'll make a list of what all your keywords are related to your niche and your offer, and you're going to actually search those in each one of those groups. And the point is to find posts in each of the group that are related to hot topics for your niche and your industry. As you find those posts, they're going to be posts where you notice the members are asking a lot of the same question over and over, and it's a really important question in your industry, or it's a question related to a really hot button topic. So you'll go ahead and you'll create another sheet here, and you'll start listing out all your topics in your industry. The goal is to have a list of about 20 hot topics, because we're going to talk about this a little bit more tomorrow, that over the next 20 days, you're going to go live and you're going to do posts on your profile, and you're going to be giving your stance on all those topics. And the goal here is to be as informative as possible, but also to get really bold and, to give your opinion. Some of your opinions might even be controversial, and that might be the opposite of what other influencers in the industry are saying. The point is to stand out, to hold your own, and, to mark your line in the sand on what your positions are. So I hope this was helpful for you guys. We're going to be going through this step by step over the next 2 weeks. So your homework for today is to go ahead and to make your list of all your communities where your ideal customers and clients are hanging out. And then we're going to come back tomorrow morning, and I'm going to help you guys with searching the communities for the keywords and really culling out those posts that are hot topics so that you can, create your list of the 20 topics that you'll actually be using to go live and to create posts on your profile. The goal of that is because you want people to be able to come to your profile and to be able to see all the knowledge you have on these topics, what your positions are, how you differ from the influencers, and really get a nice glimpse of your knowledge and who you are and what you have to offer when they come to your profile. We're basically curating this so when your ideal client comes your way, that you've got this whole showcase all set up for them so they can kind of cull through that and learn a bit and get to know you at the same time. All right. Awesome. Oh, let's see. Hello, Scott. I hope you're doing well today. Hey guys, we're actually just finishing up. So if you watch the replay, you'll get the whole gist of everything that we're talking about. I'll do a quick recap for you guys. What we're doing over the next 2 weeks is we're talking about exactly how to fill your groups with your ideal customers and clients. And one of the very first steps to do that is that you need to create a list of all the Facebook groups where your ideal client is hanging out. And what I discussed here was that, I've got this sample list that I've made for myself. And I said, I actually make a list of both free and paid communities as well as exclusive communities. So you'll see here, I've gotten certain ones highlighted that are actually paid communities that involve, memberships, courses, programs, things like that. And what I personally find is that people are actually, you'll actually get warmer leads from the paid groups because these are people that have already put their money on the line and said, hey, I'm serious about learning. I'm here to move forward and get success. So I like to make the paid groups a first priority, and that's why I have some of these highlighted here. And I also find that the exclusive communities where there's prerequisites and things like that, those can be really, really awesome. I was mentioning like the the Facebook partner groups and certified manager groups. I'm part of those are very, very helpful. So I like to make those a first priority. But there are also plenty of free groups, like you'll see I have here Steve Larson Science of Selling group highlighted. That's a free group, but that's full of a ton of value and of people that are really serious about moving forward with their business. So what you want to do is you want to have the names of the community and the URL, and you can also highlight if there's some where it's just chock full of your ideal clients and they love to come in there, they love to ask questions, they love to get help. Obviously a lot of people are always going to the ClickFunnels group for that kind of thing. That's a good example. And what I mentioned is that if you are just getting started and you have no clue like what these groups might be for you, then you can start off by doing a basic Facebook search. And I did a sample for you guys for myself, and there was one that came up that I didn't even have on my list, and I put in Facebook groups, and you'll click down here on the left on the bottom for groups and it'll come up with a list for you. And for me, I just looked through this and I found one that I'm part of that I didn't even have on my list, which is full of potential hot leads for me, which is great. So you'll do the same thing. You'll search keywords here in your niche and related to your offer, and that'll help you come up with the groups if you don't already have a good list of communities where your ideal customers and clients are hanging out. So I also did mention that if you're kind of stumped and you don't know what these groups are or where to find them or what your potential keywords are, it means you need to go back to square one and you need to say, who exactly am I serving, why am I serving them, and what's my offer. If you can write that up and identify that, then it'll be super, super easy to figure out where those people are hanging out. All right, so we'll be back again tomorrow, and we're going to be searching the groups for the keywords so I can show you guys how to find the hot topic posts in your niche and how to create that list that we were talking about, because you want your list, you know, to be topics that are important in your industry, but you also really want to give, you know, opinions and talk about some controversial topics. And it's really awesome too to find you know, some topics where your stance is the opposite of an influencer, so you can kind of draw your line in the sand on where you might be different and what you have to say. So we're going to be back with that tomorrow and talk about the next steps. But the goal over the next 2 weeks is that we're going to take you through this whole process of everything you need to do to get set up so that you've got, you know, a steady stream of ideal customers and clients that are coming into your community. All right, guys, I hope you have a great day, and I will see you again tomorrow.